now tuned into the greatest.
Inakuuliza kama unakubali. Do you consent? Do you
Shakubali. Shakubali.
Anyways, hi guys, welcome to the Sage Be Me podcast. I'll be your host today, Sage Be Me, and today we are with
Edna Kabure.
Yeah. So today, me and Edna will be talking about vulnerability. Personally, I think it was a month ago. I went to Eldoret. I was with my nephew and we were playing Xbox, yeah? So we were playing this game. It's I don't remember the name, but someone has a sword and he goes around chopping people's heads off. So it gets to a point, it's kind of scary, as in there's this a pathway going down. Then there are bricks, zile mavitu za kushikilia ukuta zinaitwangaje? Hizo. So like we've hidden over here, and I'm like, go. He's like, no, I don't think I'm ready. He's like a small boy, yeah? He's like, I don't think I'm ready. So I'm like, I've been in this sort of situation where personally I felt like I wasn't ready. And if I actually pushed myself, I realized I could have done it. So at that point, I realized that it doesn't start when we're all grown up. It starts when we're that small. You don't think you're ready to do anything, and you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. That would you? So, Edna, what's your definition of vulnerability?
I think it just means being able to kind of face your fears and just rush off that cliff and just be like, you know what? Let me not be afraid of my own thoughts, because most of the time it's just you being in your head, and let me just do it and see. Yeah.
It's like, it's not really other people influencing you. It's just what you think.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting. Because when you said that, it made me think that there are guys out there, actually, they want to do stuff. And like you started your YouTube channel, and you've been going with it since I got to know you.
Yeah, it actually takes a lot of guts to just like tell yourself, baby, if I continue living with this fear, I won't go anywhere.
You won't
go? It takes a lot of courage.
Mom, niko meeting. So usijali, I won't edit anything out tenda hivyo hivyo.
It's okay.
So it takes a lot of guts, but how did you what actually made you do it? As in, because personally, even when let's say I want to put something out, I usually feel like I'm doubting myself. Like, should I do this? As in that, there's always that feeling. But how do you do it?
Okay, I feel like first of all, I should explain what I did. So I started a YouTube channel. It's about a lot of things, but so far I've mainly just posted about my mental health. And the first YouTube video that I think you're mainly relating to is the one that I openly said I was bipolar. And that was a really nerve-wracking moment for me. Like, even when you watch the video on YouTube, I even cried. And it was a very impromptu moment. 2 weeks before, no, actually a month before, I tried to do it. I tried to talk to my parents. They give me this pep talk about how it could ruin my life. And then at the time, I wanted to do it like extremely well. So I'd even gotten like a photographer. And then like I was planning the whole thing, and then 2 weeks into the planning, I start getting cold feet. I start feeling like, oh my God, am I actually going to put this in the internet? And then I decided not to. Yeah. And then your story kesha tu hivo for like the next whole week. No one was talking about it. No one wants to like hit me with the face with the whole Kanye, now what's happened?
Like,
yeah. It's like including my friends who had told. It was it was a really awkward situation. So that day I was in my room and I decided I cannot continue to let my fear for what people think, my fear for everything that's around me. Because the main reason I wasn't doing it is because, first of all, I was really afraid of stigma. I was really afraid of just being objectified and like identified as that's my color girl. But then I decided, it's yeah, and then I decided by the way, even if I don't tell these people, at the end of the day, this is something that I deal with. And at the end of the day, also, there are other people who deal with it, who I know would really benefit from seeing someone else be brave enough to actually talk about it.
Exactly.
And then I went to my room, I sat on my floor, and I recorded that video and I posted it instantly.
Like,
because I know ningekaka na I'd get second thoughts again.
And then
So,
like,
yeah,
I'm not posting it.
I just took the leap.
As in, you closed your eyes, then jump.
Yeah, there's a lot of that actually. Yeah, exactly. And then in terms of like content creation, I know that your doubt, you're feeling like, should I post this? Should I think it's just like when you're maybe starting, usually you have like something you want to do. You have to communicate. So sometimes it just really helps to recenter yourself back to that. Like remind yourself why you're creating. Like remind yourself, by the way, when I post this video, I will feel good because this is something I want to give out to the world. Don't just look at how was my filming, because we tend to criticize ourselves a lot, especially me. Because
as in, it's like, as much as you feel like other people are judgy, personally you judge yourself even more than other people judge you.
Yeah, exactly. And then the fact that most of the time you usually end up like recording alone. So you know like all the mishaps, all the parts that were not perfect. You work hard in editing, because the editing for me, you work hard, you edit, and then afterwards you just start feeling like meh. And when that happens, I think you just need to either, first of all, realize why you're feeling like that about your own content. Like, just check yourself in terms of, by the mbona hii kitu hainibambi. It could be maybe the way you're filming it, or like the reason behind filming that specific video was just off. Like, you could have like a whole series of films going, and then Umoja, you start giving yourself pressure about what the people want to see. And then now you start filming in terms of they want to see this instead of I want to give this out. Yeah. So the moment you do that, you'll be off with your content. So just like for me, what I try to do is recenter and just remind yourself, this is why I started this. This is what I want to communicate. This is the energy I want to bring.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then just go with it from there.
It's like when you started telling me about the content creation, you started telling me about the why. As in,
Yeah, exactly.
once you hold down to your why, it makes
Yeah,
everything so much easier. Even when you get the second thoughts about what do these people want, you'll be like, no, it's not
yeah,
what they want. It's what I want to show, what I want to bring for them. Yeah.
yeah,
And I've come to realize that if you look at, let's say, movies, music, as in, people actually, my boy usually told me, Burna Boy, when he started when he started his music, he was
yeah,
like making music for himself, what he would love to listen to. So he was being interviewed and he was like, I started this by myself. I even have no idea
yeah,
where everyone came from. Because it's like when you hold on to your,
exactly.
enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And it's like a really powerful force, like to just like you come up to kujiaminia ultimately. you just you're just in your zone, you're
As in,
doing your thing and you're happy about it. And then you give that out. And surprisingly, people will listen. Like even artists like Billie Eilish,
mm,
she started singing at 13, posting songs like Kina, Ocean Eyes just on YouTube just for fun,
funny.
making beats with her brother in her room, like small things. And then one day people realize what you're doing and it's pew,
Amazing.
like from there it just blows up.
And
Yeah.
it sounds like once you're doing it, you personally get to enjoy it and you don't even feel like time is going.
Yeah, a lot, a lot. And for me, I think I can actually say that I started this YouTube channel way longer than now. And then that time I wasn't sure. I was immediately after I finished Form 4, so that's when I started. And I really wasn't sure, like, what do I want to post? What do I
Um,
want to do? So I used to just do fun videos. I used to do like song covers. I used to do like video typical, and then imagine at one point I got so pissed off at all of that content and I deleted all of it.
everything. What?
Everything. Like if you go to my YouTube channel right now, there's like only the videos from
You've posted.
after I
Mhm.
started finding my why. Yeah, because before I was just doing it for like clout, fun. And the minute you do that, you just won't be as satisfied. Because I think for creators, there's your aspect where you need to be like satisfied and you need to feel like you're doing something for the world. I think creators usually just have that need to feel like in as
You're,
much as I'm doing this for myself, once I put it out, it's gonna help someone. Okay, I don't know if it's everyone, but me, I usually need to like by there, this might help even one person, and that's okay for me. So I mean, that's when now I started not deleting the videos, and I told myself from now on, no deleting videos. Really, Jackie ban. No deleting videos. No, when you post something, it's out. Be sure you want to post because it's out.
so
Yeah,
once,
and it helps over time. Yeah, and you get really satisfied when you start seeing the progress. Because if you look at like my previous videos and the ones that are like upcoming, you see growth,
there's
and
the progress, as in you
it
see the
makes you
progress in
really
everything.
good for the it's good for the heart.
As in, it's like once you get some little
Heart
satisfaction, as in the satisfaction grows, and
tunasonga.
And I've come to I've been looking at old folks, like my pops. He's retired, yeah. If he's not in the shamba and he's just here at home, it's like he feels uncomfortable. Like he's got energy, although he's old, yeah. He's still got energy. He can do a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of things, but he's just, as in Ako to you get, as in I feel like for him, he feels like he could be doing so much more, but he's not doing it at the moment. So when you told
yeah,
me you get satisfaction, I tried to resonate it with him, eh? And like what you're doing
yeah,
right now, even when you get older, you'll actually do it, even without getting
yeah,
paid, because you know you'll be enriching someone somewhere out there.
yeah.
So, how did you overcome the fear of being vulnerable?
Honestly, I don't think I did.
like, like the fear is
I
always
think
going to be there.
the fear will just always be there at the back of your head, sabotaging you, telling you, by the way, even if you post this, no one will watch, by the way. Even if you give your everything out, nothing will happen. Like, the fear will always be there. But what I realized is that alongside that fear, there's also another voice that is really brave. So you just have to fuel that voice that is brave. Juu kunakwanga na ka voice kanakwambia ama nifanye kwani iko nini,
As
kwani
in,
ni kesho. There's always like a little part of you that really, really wants to do it. And then now the fear is the huge part.
as in,
So I think how I managed to be vulnerable is fueling that brave side of me and just telling it, by the you're the best, you're going to make it, you like fuel it, Addy, you get the strength to just go for it.
as
Yeah.
in, it's like Nike. Just do it. Just do it.
Just exactly. Tick.
There's a kadol hapo nyuma. What's the name? What's the name? I-
Why are you instigating my room?
Hata mimi, even me, I have one. I have one.
I have several.
ah,
like like all my dolls from my childhood, all of them, I have all of them. Like sijai
Peana.
fika point at I dispose or give out, or yeah,
You're lucky.
I'm clinging like that.
You're lucky. Then you're tight like that with them. You're tight like that.
We're tight, like we're fam.
Anyways, today it was just a small introduction to the guys. I'm happy that
Yeah,
you got to come on and got to talk about this with people. Alafu najua uko
yeah,
na
I'm also happy to be here.
alafu najua uko na
Nicola, want to talk to me directly.
nisipitie makona
Stop going
kona.
through the corners.
Anyway.
Pick a corner.
Anyways, that's the end of today's episode. This is where you share
Yeah.
your socials. Na watu wa follow you on YouTube. Is it follow? Sub.
Yeah. Subscribe. Yeah. And let me say one more thing, nimekumbuka. It also takes vulnerability to film and to just like show up for your content every day. I think people don't sometimes realize that kuamka when shoots, kuamka when they film, it's a lot of exposure, especially if you're involving like an external source like a photographer. It's a lot of having to be out there constantly, and you just need, like, if vulnerability is something you're really struggling with, you need to find ako kakitu kenye kana kuforce uende nje because like the more you go, the easier ish it will get to keep going. Like I used to be that person who naogopa kupiga picha, zitakaje,
Yeah.
editing ni kazi. But then with time, I started doing it more and more and more, and it started getting better and better.
You're getting used to
And
it
like
with the time you.
yeah. And then like each time I was working and pushing myself to be even more vulnerable, to get even a better outfit, to get even better editing skills, to like get something in your life that inakufanya you go out and
As
do
in,
stuff.
as in, you're always doing something that pushes you to better everything out there.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be like content creation. It can be anything, even like a relationship. Kuna mtu unaweza date and this person is just driving you to even deal with emotions zenye ujai deal with. That is being vulnerable. Yeah. So it can be anything. Just get something that makes you push yourself to just go for it. Yeah. When you're tumesema, just do it. Yeah. Can I give my socials?
Just give your socials. Next episode we'll be going a bit deeper on vulnerability, and nitakuwa na vitu nimeandika out, nitakupatia kisneak peek ndio usikakuwe blind.
What? You're breaking? Please, pardon.
I'll give you a sneak peek on what other things that we will be talking about here, so that we get to other areas apart from content creation, because we'll also be talking about guys who are in business, because while walking in town, you'll see those guys up, let's say the ones who sell phones, they'll be calling you out, madam, customer.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of as in, people can't do that.
It really is. It really is, especially considering the amount of people wanapita too.
Exactly.
And you're still grinding. Strong. And you're still
strong.
Yeah.
So
yeah, okay. So my socials, basically I've made it easy for people. I made a link that has everything on my Instagram. So if you forget everything else, just remember the Instagram and then you'll find the link to everything else happen. Yeah, so my Instagram is Edna_Kiambi. Yeah, my YouTube is also Edna Kiambi. Yeah, so kisau tu kumbuka Edna_Kiambi on Instagram. Yeah.
Edna Kiambi. She's actually a small ABS in Kenya.
Upcoming artist.
that's why I'm not dating her. She's just Asian. Anyways, you can follow me on my socials at sage_b_me on Twitter, sage_b_me_muchachos on Instagram. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Bombay, there's more to come. Trako tunatafuta wasichana.
Yes. There's more to come. Subscribe to his channel.